And the issue with Caregiver is VA was not doing these cases correctly. And so they were taking veterans off who should have it, or they were reducing them from one tier to another without any sort of notice or information of why that they were reduced. So there was this federal circuit case. It went up. It was Bodette case. And basically, when it came back down, it reopened those old claims and are now allowing attorneys to be involved in them. Because before, since it was Veterans Health Administration,
it was only dealt with within the VHA. There was not an option to appeal it, or there wasn't any way you could check if you had submitted like a disagreement to that decision. There was no recourse for these veterans and their caregivers. So now with this change that Allison is talking about, we can actually now appeal decisions even though they're from the Veterans Health Administration. This new law basically allows us to appeal to the Veterans Benefits Administration.
Yes, and you can appeal up to the board, which is a huge difference. Prior to, the appeal process was only within Veterans Health Administration. Obviously, it was very messy, and that's why this federal circuit case happened, and now attorneys can be involved. So if you had these benefits and then were taken away, I just had a new client yesterday who he was coming for aid and attendance, and the first thing I asked, he was a TBI veteran. I said, have you heard of Caregiver? And he was like, you know what, I think I was on that a couple years ago, and they took me off of it, and I don't know why. Now that I want to download his records to find out when he was taken off, because most likely, especially being a TBI veteran, it was probably one of those cases where they were incorrectly taking people off. There was kind of no checks and balances. So now they're trying to create checks and balances with this new appeal process. But saying that, they have to create a whole new appeal process. So we have many of these cases, but we have no clue what's going on with them because they have to create a system and train people how to review them. If you appeal within the health administration. At the board, those go to the board, and it's kind of the same process as in benefits, but the ones that are internally being appealed, those, I haven't received a decision on any.
No.
But I know there's a phone number that you can call, which we can get, where you can check on the status of that.
The status will be probably received but pending.
Yes.
The VA doesn't really seem to have guidance yet on how they're deciding these cases. So
no, and it's definitely has gotten pushed because of the PACT Act. I've spoken to decision review officers, and they're basically like, it's in a stack, and we don't know what's going on yet. We have to get trained on it. To be determined, basically. But I think it is important to call to make sure if you do have a claim or an appeal that they have it. Additionally with that, if you do appeal a caregiver, let's say you were taken off and you want to appeal it, it's going to take a while. However, in the meantime, you can file a new application and do the whole process where you do the assessments and stuff and get on it while you're waiting for that appeal to get that earlier effective date. So that's something new as well.
That's a great point. And they're processing those original applications a lot faster than the appeals.
Yes, absolutely. It's still a process, though, because you have to do the assessment, things like that. I would say at least 3 to 6 months. But it is way faster than the appeals, which are to be determined.